the Delta Blues. So the secret behind this was our ability to be able to be the first Australian guitar company to be able to import sustainably grown, genuine mahogany. And it really is the secret and the backbone behind the tonal qualities and even the concept behind this guitar. It started like all of my designs do, with a bit of a guitar crush that I had with the earlier guitars coming out of, I guess, America, starting in the sort of 1920s and 1930s, which were all mahogany guitars, and they just had this beautiful warmth and depth to the tone. And we tried many other different timber combinations, but the secret really was getting access to this beautiful quarter-sawn sustainable mahogany. The idea was to build an entire guitar, top, back and sides, out of all solid mahogany, and actually start to voice the guitar to extract the very best of what those woods can offer. And what you end up with is this something that operates very, very differently to a spruce top guitar. It has this beautiful attack as the note first strikes, and then rolls off to something which is quite round and warm and almost has a touch of compression to the tone. The styling, it was always going to have this kind of stripped back styling about it. We've got lots of other guitars in the range that have the bling and the beauty. This was all about having that serious musician in mind, about having something road ready, and we want people to be able to pick away at this guitar top. And this one comes with what we call our dark bourbon stain. So unlike the rest of the Fenech range, where we have what we call a super satin finish, which is where the grain is completely pore filled and the finish of the wood is left immensely smooth. With this guitar, what we wanted to highlight was the actual natural wood and the openness of the grain and the mahogany. So we've applied the dark bourbon stain, but instead of closing off all the pores, we leave the wood just a little bit more open, which just gives this beautiful tactile feel. It also allows us to achieve the thinnest possible finish that we can, which is really, really important. We're still using nitrocellulose, but the guitar is able to breathe, sound woody, and just vibrate at its best. The neck, however, we still do a nice super satin finish, so it's really, really nice for the player. In terms of how the guitar takes on the stain, each one will be individual, just like it should be. We're building them now in the workshop, and they're all coming through, and they all have their little individual characters, which is really cool. But we find that by putting this dark bourbon stain on it, it even just sort of evokes the style of music that might want to come from it. Right down to our new, what we're calling our Deco diamond inlays, inlaid in both the headstock, down the fingerboard, and this beautiful crisp rosette. The guitar is framed with all solid Indian rosewood bindings, Indian rosewood end wedge, one-piece mahogany neck, ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard, and of course we use the super high quality tusk nut saddle and pins. Rounded off with a really, really good sturdy set of Japanese Godo machine heads, and it comes loaded with our preamp. This guitar is it's becoming really, really popular now. The first ones have just been out on display into some stores, and where it's looking like 2023 is going to be quite busy building these guys. But like anything, we don't build a lot of them, so we want people to jump in there and get on one. The team are super, super excited to be building these. The voicing of them has been outstanding, and I highly recommend that if you can get hold of one at a store, jump in and try one, because you might be something that you just don't have in your quiver.